main events has managed to do more with less than any other promotional outfit in boxing. Using his platform on NBC Sports, Kathy Duva and company managed to create a number of marketable fighters and even a star in Sergey Kovalev. The next one Duva hopes will graduate is Carl Dargan, who will main event this week's ESPN Friday Night Fights offering against Tony Luis at the Foxwoods Resort and Casino in Connecticut. Dargan is a rising lightweight prospect who will get national exposure after running the gauntlet against reasonable competition on NBC and NBC Sports. The Philly product was matched appropriately by Jolene Mazzone and Russell Peltz, beating names like Michael Brooks, Anthony Flores, and most recently, Angino Perez. For the most part, he's safely outboxed everyone he's encountered. But in his two most recent fights, and particularly against Perez, he says he's started to purposely take some more risks in order to become more crowd-pleasing. It put him in a little bit of trouble against Perez as he touched the canvas in round 3, but he closed the show with a sensational stoppage nonetheless. He'll take another step up on Friday against Luis, who's facing his third consecutive undefeated opponent. Luis is one of those fighters who you look at and wonder, why in the world would you choose to get punched in the face for a living? He has a college degree, a good job outside of boxing, and is a thoughtful, introspective speaker. Inside the ring, however, he fights like a man who has nothing else. The Canadian amateur standout is a fierce pressure fighter who makes up for what he lacks in power with a high output. After a knockout loss to Jose Hernandez 2 years ago, it was presumed that his career was all but over. But last year, he nearly outworked top prospect Ivan Redkach in a fight that was scored rather absurdly, and then defeated Wanzel Ellison in his last outing. Luis should show Dargan a tempo that he hasn't had to cut as a professional quite yet. And while he's certainly capable of pulling the upset, at the very least, he should be there making Dargan work all night long. For more on the sweet science, log on to FightNetwork.com and follow us on Twitter @FightNet.